Hi, I'm Catherine Llewellyn, the host of the podcast. You can find out all about Truth and Transcendence on truthandtranscendence.com. And you can find out all about me on beingspace.world, where you will find my online coaching offering as well as my UK-based workshops. The Freedom of Spirit workshop for liberation and empowerment, the Pellower Radical Shift in Consciousness workshop for spiritual expansion, and transformational coaching for exploring the mind-body-spirit connection on the expansive path. You can also support the podcast by actually making a donation. I hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to Truth and Transcendence. You can find all our episodes on truthandtranscendence.com. Last Friday, I had an interview with a wonderful lady called Alexandra Beller. Alexandra is a choreographer, a director, and an educator who blends somatics, inquiry, and creative freedom. She's a former member of the Bill T. Jones Arnie Zane Dance Company. She leads Alexandra Beller Dances and has created 40-plus international works. She has taught at many prestigious universities and is core faculty at the Laban Institute. She's the author of The Embodied Conductor, 2025, and currently working on her book, The Anatomy of Art, coming out in 2026. And Alexandra supports artists in deepening process and possibility through her work. You can find Alexandra at alexandrabellerdances.org. So today we have an extra special episode, which is a meditation experience, which Alexandra has kindly gifted to the show. So in a moment, I will stop talking and Alexandra's meditation will begin. So for this, clearly, you need to be in absolutely the right physical space for it. So please make sure you are in a space where you can move easily, where you can lie down comfortably, where you can sit comfortably, and where you have everything you need for regulating your temperature. Layers to put on to take off, maybe a throw, whatever you need for your comfort, whether that's slippers, cushions, a fan, open window, whatever it might be, and some water. While this meditation is occurring, if at any point anything feels at all uncomfortable, please pause, back off, take a breath, and then resume when ready. Enjoy.
So we're going to lay down in constructive rest or some version of knees up, feet on the floor, knees to the sky, hands either on your belly or on a low diagonal or coming out in a T. And let's start by taking a little rock on those soles of feet or a soul rock and just shaking the body up and down along your personal vertical. And let's let the head take whatever kind of rock or wobble it feels inclined to express from that impetus of your spine. And then let's come to relative stillness. And I'd like to invite you to just check in with the distance of the heel bones from the sits bones and see if that feels like that is the most relaxed my musculature can be in this position. Sometimes they're a little too far away, a little too close, a little asymmetrical, and they could use a little adjustment. And once we've done that, let's begin to tune to the floor, letting the underside of the body really find the floor as if we were laying on soft clay. And the body, we're able to make an imprint of some parts of your body into the floor. Like when you get up from laying on the sand at the beach and there's a few parts of your body imprinted. There'll be a dome of the skull. There'll be a width of the shoulders. And some parts of the arm through the hand will have an imprint. There'll be some part of the upper back, and then it'll probably drift off where the waist lifts up out of the floor. And then we'll find another deep imprint around the pelvis. There'll be some free space on that clay imprint And then we'll find the soles of the feet with all their complex footprints in the floor. And let's see if rather than scanning parts of the body, we can actually feel that whole imprint against the floor in one seamless sensation. And then let's see if with our next couple of exhales, we can allow that imprint to become just a little deeper, so that the body really begins to settle downward. And the contents of the body begin to also settle downward. As if you were a snow globe and your life had shaken up your snowflakes. And we're just going to take a moment to let all of that material find a resting place for now. Let's take a moment to remember that there's nothing outside of tuning into your body that you can actually accomplish by thinking about right now. So let's attempt to let the brain let go of all the other possible pieces of material we could think about. And let the brain engage really fully in just this one task of sensing, considering, attending to the body. You can pick any of that material up after class, but let's see if we can let it go gently and lovingly right now. Let's let the organs find some density toward the back body, backside of the heart, backside of the lungs, backside of the digestive system, reproductive system, liver, gallbladder, all finding their way towards your back body. Letting the brain get heavy toward the back of the skull. And then feeling the air enter and exit the body, feeling the effect of the skeleton, or the effect of the breath on the skeleton. Feeling that growing and shrinking of the body in response to breath, but also having some attention to the way your body grows and shrinks in the room. And allowing it to remind you that every gesture you make has an effect on the space around you. So as we feel that we are so deeply affected by the things that happen in our environment, let's balance that awareness with some awareness of how we affect our environment. And see if we can relax the face, the third eye, the temple, the brow bone, the eye sockets, the ear canals, the hollow of the mouth, the back molars, roof of the mouth, base of the tongue, opening to the throat. See if we can relax the occiput, base of skull, atlas, top of spine. See if we can relax the width of the shoulder girdle, particularly breathing into the space between the scapula and the rib cage. So let's notice how the act of breathing affects the relationship between the scapula and the ribs, and also how it affects the clavicle, collarbone, and sternum, and the front ribs. Feeling the sides of the ribs lift on the inhale like two bucket handles, getting pulled up, and lowers and hollow slightly as the exhale brings those bucket handles back down to neutral. And then let's feel the breath beginning to circulate in the acetabulum hip socket, feeling the width, the bowl, the height, the depth of the pelvis. And feeling the breath affect the pelvic floor like there's a little trampoline in the bottom of the pelvis. And the trampoline of the diaphragm gently creates some pressure toward the pelvic floor. And then as that diaphragm parachutes, balloons back up, it kind of vacuums a little bit of that pelvic floor pressure back up. And so we're feeling this kind of accordion feeling inside the abdomen, from the trampoline of the diaphragm to the trampoline of the pelvic floor. Just a living, active, adaptive set of tensions. The femur, thigh bone inside the acetabulum hip socket breathes with the breath. And then that weight of the legs moves through the lower leg, into the foot, into the floor. Let's gently open the eyes and take in the sky of your particular room. Feeling the distance between your body and the upper surfaces of the room. So feeling the secure grounding of the floor beneath you, but also this invitation above you, free space, open space, possibility. Taking a couple breaths, and this time noticing that you are breathing in this room and that you are contributing your breath back to the room. Forming this relationship with your space. And let's take one really deep breath in, as big as feels comfortable for you. Wrap your body around that air, close it off a little. And when your body feels compelled, let's hiss the air out, and with it, let ride any thought, feeling you would like to release from your body. Let's take one more nice deep breath in, taking the room into your body, closing the body around the air, holding it for a moment. When you feel compelled, this time let's open the mouth and let the tongue come out of the face and take a and then coming into your own breath and getting ready for the rest of what's to come.
I hope you enjoyed that beautiful meditation. Please drink some water and do whatever else that your body is telling you that you need. You may need to eat something, you may need to rest, you may need to go out and have a walk, you may need a bath or a shower. Whatever it is that you need, please give yourself whatever that may be. And just notice how your sleep is tonight. Notice whether you have dreams, and notice how you are in the morning. Because that's all very useful information about the body and the energy and about how we are. So thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. It really helps if you give a thumbs up, a 5-star rating, a review, and share with your friends. If you're looking for transformational coaching or an intensive transformational weekend workshop experience, I can help with that. You can actually help the show by making a donation. Until next time, Take care.